Okay, the unlimited unknown one from this year's Nationals in the USA. Just thought I'd have a quick chat about the figures. Rob Holland's figure, lots of K, and probably the biggest problematic area with that is getting clean rolls at the bottom of the P loop, and making sure the stops are clean. And you need a lot of speed to make the snap at the top look good, so it's definitely a candidate to be figure one. I took a risk, and that figure of Wilder's, the tail slide, is a absolute nightmare. If anyone's genuinely flicking with the rudder, no matter what aircraft you're in, it can get pretty problematic in the slide, and obviously it did cause quite a bit of carnage at the competition. So he's chosen quite a scary figure. I went to do it straight after Rob's because I wanted to do it when I was fresh, and I reckon there's enough speed in the 330 to actually do that clean with a straight clean push. I was flying in quite wild windy weather, and it was blowing about 22 knots at 2,000 feet westerly. So I wanted to be setting that aeroplane up clean, and I don't think you need that much smash. So I was curious to see how it would go straight after Rob's figure. Jeff Bourbon's diamond loop, need a lot of speed to go into that to try and match the line lengths, because 4 stops on the first line, it's always going to be long. You've got to really hurry up the roll stops and the roll real fast on the first line of that diamond loop. Jim Burke's figure, the layup Humpty with the 2 of 2. It's another little tricky figure. You will come off heading on the half snap if you don't offset, which I didn't, but I was just wanted to see how much it would come off line. I flicked it right, and it actually went pretty well, but yeah, it was definitely a good 10 degrees off on the yaw axis, so needed to cheat a little bit on that figure. So that one needs a little bit of care. Wacker's figure, that P-loop, uses a lot of height, needs to start that quite high, and I got caught out towards the end of the sequence and couldn't really draw lines after the full roll down on that figure, so that's a toughie, and better design to be put earlier in the sequence. And Gromey's figure, you need a lot of speed for that, and I was doing that as the last figure, and didn't quite have as much smash as I would like to keep a nice rounded 2 of 2 at the top of the P loop, but it was an interesting exercise. Obviously much easier to do it in your own box without competition pressure, but it's great practice. So here's my version of the sequence, and let's just get into the box and go out and fly it. Enjoy. Alright, diving into the box, trying to follow that line of dams in the box. Plenty of smash, started at about 800 feet. I'm only running 2600 RPM, and it kind of cost me in the end. Pull up mid-box, there's the 3/4, little bit of movement after the stop. I like the tail cam because I want to see how much rudder and pitch I'm using. The snap went pretty well. Pulling out to set up for the 1 1/4. I went left because that's my favoured way, and that stopped pretty good, and just a tiny bit over. I doubt the judges would see that on the 1 3/4. Now here we go. The push up for the Wacker figure, I think, and I wanted to see how much rudder I was getting in the snap, and it went well. I was surprised. I'm flying to a 20 knot westerly, and I've been drifted a little bit to the right already. I got a boogie straight into Aaron's McCartan's figure, the stall turn, half roll, over rolled it and wobbled it, and just, need softer hands and be gentler at slower speed for the rolls. That's just, lack of currency. Set the line on the down, 2 of 2. I'm about 100 metres outside the downwind into the box because this westerly is rocking and rolling. I'm getting bounced around like I'm in a washing machine. In a Jimmy Burke's figure, half roll, snap right. not bad, not great. Need to cheat this a little bit. Set the 45, get into it. 1, 2, 3, a little bit under on that point, and then pull out. Got to really hurry up. Should have got into that even quicker. Going into goodies figure. Full roll was clean. Into the full flick one way. There's left, lots of left rudder, which is good. Soft on the second point. Need to hold that a bit longer, but the 404 was good. So far I'm pretty happy. Now I've got to drive this into wind, and it's a real challenge when you're dealing with wind that strong. So this is my connector. I'm right on line with the dams now. This is a great figure to, move yourself laterally back into the box where you want to be on that perfect line for the judges. So the only issue I had here is not a great connector for getting a whole heap of smash, and I really wanted just a bit more speed for Jeff's figure here. And it's a little rushed. The stops were a little short, and I've come a little bit short, which it shows on the tail cam when I pull over. Trying to drive that line up so I can match the first one. Set that line quickly, get that flick done, a little bit under, and just roll it through a little bit. And a bit of G-stall on that 45 line. Now I'm down at about 800 feet going into Melissa's figure, the Humpty. I could have driven that even further into wind a little bit, to the edge of the tree line where the top of the box is because of this wind. But, you've got to deal with what you've got. There's a 204, it's all good. Keep pulling this hard, set the line there, and then hit the roll there, a little bit over, and but that in a way is not too bad. It'll drive me back towards the judges a little bit, and it was only a small amount. Now here I had an extra connector because when I originally drew the sequence, I could do it in 13 figures. So I put this loop in, so I could pull it a bit tighter at the top and go into the 8-point roll negative loop figure with more speed, so I could get cleaner stops. I could have gone straight into it off Melissa's Humpty like the others did, but the end result is I had more speed, and I ended up with cleaner stops for the 8 of 8. Push around here, I had 130 knots on before I even started on the push down, so it was invigorating. A little bit over on a couple of those stops, and I got a boogie push up. Again 100 metres downwind outside the box because of the wind, which is way out of limits. Another connector set up, and the drive in to do the P-loop, which I really wanted a whole heap more height for. I'm going into this at about 800 feet, which I was not happy about. So I get the 1.5 done, pull the loop over, and I've just tried to make this a nice big loop and gain some height. The 404 at the top wasn't too bad, and I had to pinch this a little bit because I'm running out of height, and no lines after the full roll because I was running out of height. I'm brave, but I'm not stupid, so I had to get out of there. Always a nightmare when you run out of height towards the end of the sequence. This is another connector. Now I've had to really try and drive this back into wind so I could at least finish on Gromai's figure. I'm trying to get it back mid-box. I'm bang on the line, but I'm actually going to do it away from the judges. So I really got a boogie. I really need to get into this straight away. And I should have hit this flick quicker on the line up. And now I just don't have it wasn't quite as sharp as it could have been if I had more smash. So it's going to be flat across the top here because I don't have a heap of speed. And I'm just pulling a little bit to the right to get closer to the judging line. I'm at the bottom, outside the bottom end of the box. The downwind end of the box, unfortunately, because of the wind. But double roll, it was okay. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I was inspired by the great video feed that the IAC had on their Facebook page of the Flying Gladiators in Kansas, and good luck to them all. It was great to see all that great flying. Thanks for watching.